5 common reasons why sheep wander off. So now, after talking about Jesus as the shepherd, I want you to take on his heart and to care for his people, because God can actually use each one of us to watch over people, to care for people, to pray for people, or even to lead people a little bit to the Lord Jesus Christ. So maybe this might interest you. The 5 really common reasons why people wander off from their relationship with God or from the sheepfold. Number 1 is that they would say, I will get right with God later, or I will get right with God before I die. Have you heard of that before? I heard of that a lot as a pastor. But when people say that, I will ask them this question. If you can answer me this question, then I'll let you off with this statement. I will get right with God later, or I will get right with God when I die. My question back to you is, so do you know when are you going to die, how you're going to die, and where you're going to die? If you don't know, then this statement doesn't stand. How do you know when, right? Number 2, people say, I don't want to be a Christian because of Christians. Actually, so my question is, are you actually rejecting Christ, or are you rejecting Christians? Because at the end of the day, you still have to keep your eyes on the shepherd, the Lord Jesus Christ, not on the sheep. Because the sheep will wander off. But if you look at the shepherd, you will always go to the right direction, right? Number 3, I'm as good as Christians or other Christians, so why do I need to become one? Maybe you're right. Maybe you are as good as some Christians or even better. But the thing is that you can't get to heaven by your good work or by you being good. Good people don't go to heaven. Forgiven people go to heaven. If someone wants to argue with that, here's the answer. Good people don't go to heaven to be with the Lord, but forgiven people will. Okay, next. There are too many hypocrites in the church. Well, Peter denied the Lord 3 times. Thomas doubted his resurrection. James and John chased after status and honor. They wanted to sit with Jesus. So were these hypocrites? Yes. But you know what? They stayed long enough to be with Jesus, and then they changed. And then they changed the world. A lot of people, they say, I don't want to go to church because there are some hypocrites there. Well, my question also is, if you can tell a couple of fake $100 notes from a pile of $100 notes, guess what you would do? Will you throw away the whole pile of $100 notes and say, no, I found 2 fake ones there, so let's just chuck it in the bin? Do you do that? Come on. No, you don't. You just pick up the 2 fake notes, and then guess what you do after? You keep the rest. So same as for the church. You will have some fake Christians around. But you know what? Are you going to throw away the whole church? We've got some real authentic people here. The last point I want to touch on is that I've done too much wrong for God to forgive me. Here's my answer to you. If you think your sin is greater than the cross of Jesus, that is an insult to the Lord. That means you are saying that the cross can't do a good job. That's not true. He can always forgive. It just doesn't matter how much you've done or how wrong you've done, as long as you would come before the Lord and say, Lord, forgive me. I've done wrong, but I still want to follow you. I want to put my trust in you. You know what? Then confess that He is the Lord, and He will lead you and He will speak to you.